Hello and welcome once again, YouTube fans and friends. It is me, Bank Sixdeis, with you, and yet another exciting installment on our favorite game, U-boat, the adventures of U-552 and the Devil's Dancers. We dance in the devil red light after making kills and sinkings on the high seas in the North Atlantic. That's where we're making our way back to right now, the boat. Making good speed, on our way to sink some more fatties, some more rich merchantmen and the like. Certainly can't wait to share more of the experience. We'll be catching you up, of course, as the action heats up. And right here, great opportunity for me to remind you that if you like these videos, please hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to my channel. I love it if you do that. And hit the bell notification to find out when I drop new material. It happens fairly often. If you didn't catch the last video, I would certainly recommend that you do. It is Devil's Dancers 2. And we are on our way back into a North Atlantic patrol after a resupply in this island chain, meeting our milk cow after some level of success. After a wolfpack attack, another convoy attack, we're making our way north, back at it with Captain Sixdeis and his crew. I don't know how to speed this up. You know that cool effect where it all happens really fast? Yeah, I don't know how to do that yet. My ears haven't gotten good enough yet. I want you to be able to hear it, though. It's very ghostly. Horst, where is it? And so we have some coordinates that we can check in the map. And the game may have thrown us an interesting kind of mathematical curveball by giving us a fairly long way to go. I expect there's every likelihood, only since it's 11:43 right now, that the fog is still going to be an issue. All right, the decision is made. I think what we'll do is we're going to keep the boat at flank speed. We'll dip down back below periscope depth, back down to really good solid listening depth, because we're going fast. And we'll keep track of this contact and do that for a little while, and maybe we could get a better line on the course. Captain Sixdeis suddenly wishing that this damned fog would lift. Press time a bit. Got some lights out so guys get some rest before we go in on them. And so we save power. That's really the main reason. Did the same thing up here. I gotta take a goddamn piss. Yeah, let me in here. God, stop it. Yes. Let's just have a little gander see while we're still under the surface with some battery power.
Tanks anblasen.
Up to the surface, Trommel. Bit. Yeah. Excellent. And it should be off this way. Yes. There he is. Bearing 043-ish. I had a feeling. Okay. We've let our men know now that we have a tanker off the starboard beam. Klage, I think I see it. That's a big tanker. Oh, a juicy target tonight, man. Should be good. Yeah, I see it too. Oh, she is fat for torpedoes. Oh, I cannot wait. Are you men ready for a killing tonight? Don't get too excited. If she's just a neutral ship, I'm not going on her. That's all you men. Cog, I don't think that you're going to get out of ship inspection duty. I'm the captain. I can tell you wherever I want you to go. You will go on the ship if I tell you to go on the ship. You know. This gun looks like it's in good shape. So now is also a time when I make sure that everybody's going to have with them everything that they'll need. And I want to go ahead and get George Weber. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get him a rebreather.
Jawohl.
Our man Horst Klug, in case we have a boarding operation here. He's our tough guy. So he'll get a rifle if and or when we board something.
Jawohl.
And he'll be resting in the meantime.
Kapitän. Herr Kaloy.
Max Schmidt, who has nothing in his possession right now, is going to go back and grab himself these med kits. And play some cards. Boy, by the looks of her, I think that may be a war class tanker. She's about 12 kilometers out, I'd say. I think that may be a war class. Let's see what we've got here. Yeah. That's what that is. Gotta be. She can go all the way up to 30 kilometers an hour if she wanted to try to run away. And it would be... It's apparent right now she doesn't have any radar. Not that I can tell. I don't know if you would agree or disagree, but I think now, right about now, is the time that I would switch to red lighting. So I'd say in a little bit less than 15 minutes, we're going to be in a good position to shoot this guy. I usually prefer to try to get the boat within a couple of kilometers to guarantee hits. And I've got some advanced torpedoes. These V2s here. I'll probably fire this T2 for starters. It can hit at just about any angle. And then if I have to put another one into her, I'll hit with tube 3. So we'll probably flood tube 4 first, fire it, get a hit, and then follow up with tube 3. It's worth considering as we just kind of decide on the right moment to fire the torpedoes. So these will be longer shots. It's all right. I will go ahead and triple check the speed. Still 21. We're going to do a final range check. And carry out our plan. Set it deep, 7 meters. Go.
Der Torpedo ist auf halbem Weg zum Ziel.
Boy, these long shots, you always have to wait.
Sekunden. 20 Sekunden.
Come on, baby. The anticipation. I love it and I hate it.
10 Sekunden bis Einschlag.
Come on. Ah, shit.
Der A ging daneben, Herr Kaloi.
Fuck. That means our second one's gonna miss for sure. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Alright. So, we were relying on Krage to give us a good read of the enemy ship's course. And let's see how far off he was. Not that far off, really. So, we're going to have to go with that. We'll do it, like I said, do it the old-fashioned way, run out in front of her and pick her up again on the other side. All right. This damn enemy ship probably has a chance to spot us. I don't think they will, though. We're just going to continue making distance. We'll come around. Might have had the range wrong. That's why you got to set the... I was doing that, too much firing from the hip on that, man. That's my fault. Yeah, so, at the very least, I guess, for the lack of anything to do but wait, we'll go ahead and take care of this business. Ah! We have someone back there doing it already. Very good. Yes, she knows I'm here now. We've been detected, albeit briefly. We're bearing away a bit now, so she'll lose track of us in the dark. But she knows we're here. To be quite honest with you, it's okay with me. A little psychological warfare, I say, as we make our way out in front of her and prepare to end her night in deadly fashion. She'll be weaving a bit. There is that. Might be a little tougher to hit with torpedoes, so we may have to go deck gun on her. Matter of fact, before we use it, it's George Weber's job to get out on the deck gun and make sure everything is working right. This boat is going fast. Oh my God. Okay. I'll go ahead and turn my flashlight on. All right. Out we come. Everything looking good. Fully loaded with AP ammo. Very good. And so we are ready for an attack. And I think the deck gun is what we're going to have to rely on. I know it was bad of me to lead to missing the last 2 torpedo shots. 2 torpedoes wasted. I'm better than that. Damn it. I'm trying to imagine an old-timey radio broadcast that we might hear along our way. The old-timey radio broadcast voice comes to mind. I don't know if they would pick those up. I must say, you two men look like you're seated too closely together. All right. Time to bring her around. I'm gonna tell you what.
Herr Kaloy.
I'm gonna put the Captain Sixdeis on observation. I'm gonna bring everybody down. And we're gonna go deck awash on this sucker. We'll stay on diesel. We'll hit flank speed.
Schneller, schneller! Sehr wohl, Herr Kaloy.
And off toward the enemy we go. She doesn't seem to be waggling anymore. We're closing range fairly quickly here. The only other thing really here is to just we're just not going to trust what Krage puts in here. We will make sure that we've got the course correct. Oh, wow. Okay. The course is correct. The class is correct. The range is the only thing that will need to be corrected before we fire this next torpedo. Okay. I like us firing at 1.9 kilometers. Probably more like 1.7. It's all right. Let's go ahead and warm it up. And also, I think last time we might have been too deep, set too deep. All right. If we have to surface and hit her with the deck gun, then we will. I'm not willing to spend any more than one more torpedo on this damn thing. Captain Sixdeis will go look on the... see if we can see an explosion. Got him.
Schwere Schäden am Rumpf.
All right. I think we set that sucker at a better depth. Yeah, down she goes. Good job, man. All right. Okay. Let's bring her up to the surface. She had to know she was going down. We'll call in the kill, and we'll see what's left behind. It's still summertime, but I'm going to go ahead and get my sweater vest on. Or sweater.
Wir sind schon so lange auf See. Ich halte es nicht mehr aus.
And we'll head up. We'll get this on. There we can see our friends right up in front of us. We'll bear to starboard just a tad. Just seems to be the one boat. All the other ones seem to have sunk. No officers. Sorry, man. We'll have to leave them to their devices. In the meantime, we can flip off the reds. Bring speed back up.
Schneller, schneller!
And figure out where the hell we're going to go next. I think I want to go ahead and move this way. Patrol up here a little more. Come back around. Tube 4 being. Ah, you have sweet victory here. A quick sinking, men. Oh, our torpedoes are too dangerous. We'll finish cleaning this one and we'll get right to the card games, man. Nothing but celebrations tonight. We all did good work. Come, Mobile. Let's head to the card table. Celebration tonight, men. Very good. I'm always the one who ends up cooking, but my God, I love it. Now listen to that music, everyone. Get your spirits high. Gabe, will you stop bragging about the kills tonight? All of the men did well. As a team, damn it. Here. Show me your cards. What do you have? And Weber, bring us some more of that drink, will you? Shift back here in the engine room. Everyone else having fun? You're welcome. Listening to an engine. I'd rather be listening to some music and dancing and having fun and dreaming and thinking of positive things. This is ridiculous. All right, next morning, and we got some decent weather. It's about 6:15 a.m. And I figure it's good to get down for hydrophone check. We're going to be back in the routine. And hopefully we'll find an enemy ship before too much longer. It's a pretty sunrise. A lot of times you hate to leave that behind. However, We do have a job. Oh, my goodness. We forgot to leave the damn hatch closed. Ugh. That's always frustrating. Damn it, who's the one to leave the damn hatch open all night long? Which one of you sons of bitches did that? Somebody. Ugh. I guess ultimately it's on me. We're gonna have to wait for that to drain out before we take the boat down. Damn it. You could accuse me of setting that one up, and you'd be giving me too much credit. Just trying to peer out into the depths to hear what might be there. I haven't checked this in a while. Yeah, let's see here. Could always add a little more bread. Don't have a ton of canned fish left. Yeah, it doesn't seem like we're gonna have any luck this time. I'm gonna run around and see if I can't just do a little bit better job introducing you to some of these guys. These are members of the crew. Here we have another Mobauer. We've talked to many Mobauers. This is a different one, and I believe I've recruited him more recently. Lorenz has been here with us since the beginning, and he had a unique look. I like him with the hat. Koss, same thing. I believe he's been here with us since the beginning. Sandmuller is a newer sailor here. Sandmuller, a feisty sort. I remember that from his bio. Resting for now. I guess he likes to get into fisticuffs from time to time. Of course, we have Horst Klug, our venerable radio man. We've mentioned before that he's kind of a bigger guy, tough, one of the tougher guys on the ship, even though he's just the radio man. It's kind of a funny thing. He's got an extra health cube, or an extra health square under him. He has 6. If you can see those green health squares, and then if you look in the lower left corner, I've only got 4 as the captain. So Horst, a lot of times, is the fella that we'll send off if we've got a boarding party or if somebody's heading off toward land. Here is our other Mobauer. Hey there, Mobauer. And we have Keller. Yep, he's been here all along. Trommel, who we've seen before. And the other Keller. Trommel was a newer guy, if I remember that right. Hawkman, I think he's been here since the beginning. Jürgen Ganga, who isn't bald, he's got a cap on, the game glitches out. Yeah, nice morning still here. keep the patrol going. There's George Veba, once again not having his cap on, which he should. Game a little glitchy here. And brings a little personality to the crew. Meyer, longtime crew member. And there's Fair, who we walked past down in the control room a little earlier. Keep the flag out, no problem. There are plenty of times when I know there's pretty much no hope of seeing anything that I'll come up here and I'll still take a look myself as the character, of course. This is George Veba, first officer. Good cook, good eyes, good aiming ability. And go ahead and take a look anyway. There have been plenty of times, believe it or not, and I think this game's, maybe there's some hidden brilliance here that not many players take advantage of, but that sometimes you'll come out here and you'll see something that the AI doesn't pick up somehow. I don't quite know how that goes or how it works necessarily, but you can get up here on these goggles and from time to time you'll see something that the AI wouldn't have seen, I guess, or was going to take more time to see. And that, I want to say that in my experience I've come across like a hunter-killer group or something that way. Certainly an aircraft or two. Wow. So we've come down for another hydrophone check maybe 5 or so hours later. And Horst says he hears what he thinks is a convoy. I want to see if I can bring it up myself. I feel like I hear something right there. And by the way, that's... I feel like I hear something beneath my own baffles. There it is. Wow, okay. I hear really only one propeller. But it covers, the sound covers a fairly wide range. Here. I certainly hope you can hear that. That's kind of cool. Let's go plot it out on the map. Okay. As we were making our transition over here to the navigation table, Horst heard another propeller noise. So we have one here. And then we have a large convoy. 12 to 28 ships. An interesting scenario here. I suppose I'd trust Horst enough at least to look at the information about how fast they may be going, which is 13 kilometers. Obviously, we're going to be tracking down both, I think, of these targets. I think we'll go for this one first. And my guess is that it's a lesser value target. It's just a guess. It's traveling alone. A lot of the time they put the higher value targets inside the larger convoys. And so I think a plan of action here will be to track this contact, take it down with a deck gun, and then hopefully be able to catch up to this convoy. So I'll start setting a course in this direction here.
Jawohl.
We should catch some funnel smoke here fairly soon. And that thing looks to be headed pretty much due east. I like that course. I suppose something I'm maybe a little bit concerned about is bringing my speed up too high and potentially losing one of these guys. We won't worry too much about that now. Range now 23 kilometers within a 16-kilometer radius. I think it's a good time to go ahead and surface the boat, but first, I'm going to come up to periscope depth. So yeah, I just wanted to just double check the weather here, make sure we're still clear skies. It was a beautiful sunny morning, but we'll go ahead and surface.
Tanks anblasen!
Coming through, coming through. Let's see if I can spot it. There it is. Right there. Bearing 335. What do you think it is? You think it's an enemy? Can you see? Don't make too big a fuss. Ha! We could just be boarding some neutral fatty. Anyone have a cigarette? Well, I'll tell you right off the bat, those flags look bright and blue way out there. Yeah, that seems like it's maybe a Swedish ship or something. And that's kind of, if that's the case, it's kind of what I was fearing. I feared a little bit. I feared it because I'm not sure we'll have the time to go about a proper inspection that'll be profitable for us. But we'll see what comes, I guess. We're just going to have to kind of take the time. George Weber is going to run in here and grab his helmet.
Bestätigt.
Get him on flat gun for now. I know what that is. So yeah, fairly lesser value ship, an Empire tower is what that is. But again, I think a neutral one. I'm going to go ahead and get the men in alarm status.
Alarm! Auf Gefechtsstation!
Indeed, a confirmed freighter target. Now we just need to find out if she's friendly, neutral, or enemy. We'll identify it as an Empire tower. We're pretty sure of that now. George Weber. Take 3 men. Out to the deck gun.
Come now, men. Captain says we must be ready for any enemy contact. Don't let this ship fool you now. Lorenz, good man.
Oh shit. Alright, I was wrong. That's an enemy ship. Well, I made the decision that if it's an enemy ship, we're going to take her down with a deck gun, and that's precisely what we're going to do because she's an unarmed enemy Empire tower. Single ship, out here all by herself. She has friendly warships not too damn far away that she could radio my location to. There is that. The convoy could be aware that there's a U-boat in the area, and maybe the convoy changes course. I see that as a potential, not worst case scenario, but maybe closest to worst case scenario. And in that case, we can still submerge, reestablish contact with the convoy, and continue our attack that way. Otherwise, this sucker, it's unfortunate. And should be an exciting little thing here. We're going to go ahead and come at her, take her down with a deck gun. I think we're getting hits. Flat gun fired. Ooh, I think she might already be listed a bit to starboard. Bam. Come on. Tagged her. She's turning away, trying to run. Or no. We're coming in front of her. Okay. So we should speed up. Come around. Bam. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on. This is taking a lot. Down she goes. All right. Ooh, man. Well, when they're not shooting back, it's less nerve-wracking, but you just never like spending the ammo. Good job, man. I am definitely trying to think of whether we should skedaddle and leave the scene of this crime, since we've got bad guys on the way. Most likely, anyway.
Kurs auf diese Koordinaten setzen.
In effect, let's bring it back around to the right. New course. Yeah, back around this way. Once again, I really do hope that you guys have enjoyed this content. Please, if you have, indicate as much. Slam that like button. Please feel free to subscribe to my channel and hit that bell notification to find out when I drop new material. I try to do it fairly often. I do have a day job, so it comes a little far in between, but I love this stuff, and I'll see you on the next one when we hit this big convoy. I can't wait for it. I really can't wait for it. I'm excited. Devil's Dancers 2, Episode 3, coming soon. Thanks again, guys. Captain Bank Sixdeis. I hadn't done something just yet and figured I would just go for it. That is to clue you in on some of our past exploits. Starting back in 24th February 1941, several months ago, we leave on our first patrol tonight. The men and supplies are ready. I worry our torpedoes may ultimately let us down in critical moments, as they are of poorer than preferred quality, but we will certainly make do. It will be good to get back on the water and set about sinking enemy tonnage. Life in port is a bit of a bore for me. 3rd March, several days later, more than a week. U-552 has reached patrol sector and crew is in good spirits, submerging the boat for a second time today, checking for contacts. Nothing detected so far. After a few days of little potential enemy contact, this is 5th March, 0909. We may be onto something big. Horst says it sounds like another convoy, although we aren't quite holding our breath this time. His ears deceived us on that last find, plotting an intercept course and hoping for the best. Later that afternoon, it was a convoy all right, and a fairly well-guarded one. Unfortunately, we wasted several torpedo shots on near misses aimed at merchant ships. We did manage to score a hit with one torpedo against one of the escorts after it had completed a depth charging run. I obviously finished this journal entry after we'd finished the action. When we failed to hit a second straggling escort corvette with another errant torpedo, the decision was made to engage head-to-head with the deck gun. It was a very hard fight, and the boat took a considerable amount of damage. However, we managed to get the better of the engagement. Once it got into closer quarters, we sunk a second corvette after all, just at the expense of many AP and HE rounds. Following this battle, we immediately were presented with another merchant target who had been following the earlier convoy from quite a distance behind. The Norwegians piloting that NA-1 were a crack bunch. They dodged 2 torpedoes and forced us to close distance and take her down with the deck gun also. At the height of the damage, there were as many as 8 leaks altogether, but Gange and Bender did excellent work in repairing it all. Informed strictly by instinct, I've taken U-552 down to hydrophone listening depth. Lo and behold, Horst has put his ear on what appears to be the remainder of the convoy. All he hears in that direction, he said, are the steady chop, chop, chop of large ship propellers. 5th March, a little while later. We have 4 more transport ships unguarded as expected in the Vanguard convoy splinter group, moving east and at fairly good speed. I can't yet be sure, but it appears we have at least 2 Empire Tower class ships and perhaps another tanker. 5th March 1902, this will be the last documentation prior to battle. We have a suitable ambush spot and the sun is setting. Unfortunately, it will very likely be a dark night for some Allied men tonight. Godspeed. And then, about an hour, a little over an hour later, a successful attack tonight. Also an enemy tanker put to the bottom. Everything has gone according to plan thus far. We're now cruising at all speed, holding a depth around 30 meters. There are enemy merchant ships moving off to our aft slowly. I will order U-552 to hold the current course for another hour or so and begin bearing away from the combat area. Once we're out of range and off into the darkness with no sign of enemy escorts bearing down, I'll give the men some time to celebrate with food and revelry. They must certainly deserve it. The celebration isn't to last long, however, as we still have half or more left of our assigned patrol distance to complete. We have no use of our aft torpedoes due to damage from the earlier Corvette gunfight. We have no spare parts. We have 1 remaining bow torpedo and barely half our original supply of AP and HE ammunition for the deck gun. I suspect our patrol route will begin also taking us in the direction of home. But don't tell the Kriegsmarine commander that when we return to Wilhelmshaven. Great hunt.